So this is actually on loan. This Nash T63. This is my wife's guitar. She's got great taste. She's a great player. I love the way this sounds. I've been borrowing it from her for a long time, and now it's kind of become my main guitar lately. I've always played Teles. I love Telecasters. And this thing just sounds really great. And I've had this Princeton. This is like the only amp I've had for a long time. It's a 70s Princeton. I don't know what year it is. And I put Celestian speaker in it just because that sounded really good. So other than that, it's all stock. And I try to just, as much as possible, just play the guitar through the amp as my tone. But I really like the light speed, the Greer light speed. I tried a bunch of pedals. I was actually at Eastside Music Supply in Nashville, and I just lined up a bunch of drives. Did like my own little shootout, and this was so nice. It sounded really great. It always just feels right. And then when Greer reissued this Sonic Boom, I jumped right on it because I love my amp, I love my guitar, and this thing just keeps the sound of the guitar and amp, just to me, the same, right? So it's not a ton of color and whatnot. Yeah, everything else is pretty standard. Tuner and delay I use sometimes. I like the Flint because I don't have the controller for my amp, treble and reverb, so this thing's great to have at the feet. Other than that, I have to say, I've had these monster cables too, probably since I was in high school. I have these two and one backup, the same 3 monster cables, and they have lasted me forever. And I'm gonna run them into the ground. So it's pretty fun. That's my setup.
I've got a Fender Player Plus, PJ Split. It's my only bass right now. I sold a few to make rent this winter, but I like this because it's just completely flexible tonally. It's got an active passive switch, and if I am playing with Reilly, it's mostly all the way up on the P setting, pretty neutral in the treble, bass, and mid. And then if I want to go more modern J bass, roll it back. And today I just recorded direct through a Sans amp. Love that thing. I've had it for probably 10 years. And if you don't want to bring an amp to something, you can just run the XLR out and it sounds fantastic. Use a Cali effect compression sometimes, but mine is giving a little feedback right now, so I left it at home. And then Sans amp has like an amp modeling pedal that I've been playing with recently. Does it add anything on top of the other Sans amp? I don't know, but it's fun to have. And keep it pretty clean. Usually bring an Aguilar Tonehammer 500 with the 2x12 cabinet. Didn't need that much volume today, so again, left it at home. But the Player Plus is great. It's really playable, Mexican made, got a good one. Winter's been cruel to it, so the action's a little high right now, but if you take care of it, it'll take care of you.
This is my drum set. It's a CNC. I got it in 2009. It'll probably be the only drum set I play until I die. I love everything about it. 22-inch bass drum, 14 snare, 12 rack, 14 floor tom. I've got a 16 floor tom as well if I want to get crazy. I pretty much only stick with Remo heads. They're my favorite. Some sort of coated, and then I'm gonna put moon gels and gaff tape on it just to like deaden things. Vic Firth 5As, those are the only sticks I ever use. And then these cymbals are not mine, so I'm not really gonna talk about them, but they're dry and fun and they sound good. Iron Cobra is my kick pedal. also had that since I was like, I don't know, probably 15 when I was playing in metal bands. It's a double kick, but I removed the second one. And I think that's about it.
So what I got here is a Fender JV Modified Tele. It's one of the new guys. It's obviously gold. It's got like a 4-position switch and the out of phase guy right there. Pretty cool guitar, super light. And then yeah, I'm playing through a Milkman 10-watt pint. Really killer amp. I don't really use many effects, but the tremolo and the reverb on here are great. And there's like an attenuation on the back. It's like a power scaling thing. It's not really attenuation, I suppose, but crank that down and play at lower volume. But yeah, I run through this second input. I think it's like a 10 decibel cut, so it gives me a little bit cleaner tones. And then for some songs, I'll plug it into the first input to get a little bit more crunch. Yeah, killer amp, love it. Super lightweight, and it's the exact same size as a Princeton, basically. So I love that. And then for my pedal board, a lot going on down there. I got the Chord Pitch Black tuner over here. It's nice and bright. I was having a lot of trouble with outdoor venues. I couldn't read the tuner, so this one's great, super bright. And then I use a deco for, I didn't use it for anything on this session, but I typically use it as a boost, and then the right side I'll use for a slapback delay, or I'll roll the time back and I'll use it as like a tape flange type of thing. But yeah, that gives me all the effects I need that aren't just on the amp itself. So yeah, that's my rig.